Okay. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. So
Yeah.
today we have day 9. So as we discussed in our last session, we have covered. Uh, Let me open my file. What we have covered. So we have covered our public folder limits, mailbox, shared mailbox, recipient types, permissions, mail users, mail contact, distribution group, dynamic distribution group, mail enabled security group, abbreviations. So somebody, I think Ashish or somebody asked the question that what is the difference between uh, on-premise and Exchange Online, and why do we use Exchange Online rather than when we have already lab? So our lab had some issues. Uh, that's the reason we could not open that lab. It was asking some unable to connect to AD. So I couldn't fix that. So just to make it more easier, I have made one trial account on cloud, and this is for lab purpose only. So I'll be sharing my. If somebody is on the lobby or I'm unable to see it, then please admit them if you have option to admit. I think somebody joined, but I can't see them now. Okay. If you are in lobby or if you are waiting in lobby, then please do message me on WhatsApp so I can, you know, uh, admit you. Okay. If you are in lobby and waiting, please do message so I can admit you. Okay. So I was mentioning that I have created a new account. So today's session will be covering little bit basics of Azure. Okay. We'll go into Azure complete training as well, whatever the features we have available. But we will be covering the cloud version portal overview. We call it Exchange Online. We call it Office 365. But in Office 365, we have multiple towers. Okay, so yeah, so I'll show you the multiple options, what difference we have in cloud compared to our on-premise. So hope my screen is visible. Guys, my one request from all of you. I understand some of you might be in office or joining from phone, not be able to speak. But whoever is able to speak, I want this session to be interactive. So I also feel like that I'm talking to humans. If my purpose was just to get again YouTube views or YouTube videos, then I would have made these videos myself alone. And why would I, wait for you guys to be available and we want you to understand? So my intention is not YouTube views. My intention is to make you understand. If one person able to change his career or learn something, and you will not find these trainings free of cost in the market. Don't you know miss it because it's free. Okay, so please be interactive. Say yes, no, hello, no, so I can feel that I'm talking to humans and I'm not just making alone videos for YouTube. Okay, this is my humble request.
Hello. Yes. No. Hello.
Yes,
Is
yes,
it
I can
okay
hear.
now?
Yes, it is okay. So this is admin portal. So M365 I was talking about. The Exchange Online means it is only managing the things related to Exchange. So Exchange contains your mailbox, your shared mailbox, your user mailbox, means your all recipient types will be in Exchange. User mailbox, groups, all will be in Exchange. But M365 means when it talks about M365, M365 has multiple towers. Okay, it contains M365 contains Teams. M365 contains um, Share Point Online. M365 contains Security Portal. M365 contains Defender, Sentinel. M365 contains Power BI, and so there are so many services M365 contains. So this is one of the portal I have created for testing purpose only. And this portal, I will show you the overview of M365, and then we'll go ahead and cover a little bit of Azure. So if I go to M365 portal, then this is an admin portal. For end users, it's a different portal, and for admins, it's a different portal. So it's always when you click here, M365 portal. See, these all the services of Azure. AI is a new feature which came in Azure. Then we have Azure. Then we have Copilot Studio, Data Explorer, Defender. Defender is for security. Intune. Intune is for managing
Devices.
device. Yeah, thanks. So whoever is from their technology background, I want your input as well to help me out because it's all learning together, right? So thanks for helping me. Whoever is able to speak in between, thank you so much. And
Yeah, for the device authentication, Shikhar.
yeah. So Intune is for device authentication. It's a cloud version of SSCM. So we used to have
Yes.
a team called SSCM that manage the security patch and application installation in a multiple device at a time. For example, if you have a cyber cafe which has only 5 computers, so 5 computers you can simply download the patch into your pen drive. You can one by one you can install. But if you have 100 of machines, TCS has 5 lakh employees. Some companies has TCS is the biggest number of the employees in IT industry. Dell has 5 lakh plus employees. So it's not possible to install patch into all of the 5 lakh machines in one go. So that's the reason we have SSCM existing. But SSCM is the most complicated and most critical team. It always have issues and it's always, in demand. It has very, very hectic team and lots of work if somebody has worked in SSCM before. Okay. So to make it SSCM little easier, Microsoft has launched Intune. Intune, we can manage SSCM kind of work only. We can manage applications. We can manage iPad. We can manage Android devices. We can manage the Windows devices. We can also manage non-Windows devices as well, like Linux and all. But in SSCM, we could only manage the the Windows supported devices. But in Intune, we can manage multi-platform devices as well. So similarly, we have GitHub. GitHub used to be a third-party open source for developers, but Microsoft has integrated this also. So the Fabric is the new tool. I have worked on Fabric as well, and I have knowledge on Fabric. So Fabric is also one of the new tool of Microsoft, which was recently launched, and Fabric works with the data warehouse. Similarly, we have Intra. So identity access management is moved to Intra. Intra means Active Directory cloud version. Then we have Office 365 admin. This is only for admin. Then we have DevOps. So DevOps is something which is development and operations comes together. That is called DevOps. So these are all the services which Microsoft gives. We don't have to learn all of this, but please mute if somebody is in public place and it's getting disturbed. Okay, thank you, Akansha. Yeah. So these are the tools which is provided by Microsoft Cloud, and it contains Power Automate, Platform, Purview. Purview is also of one of the security portal for Microsoft. Earlier, when Office 365 launched, everything was combined in one portal, Office 365. But now, to make it more easier, Microsoft had segregated in all this technology. Every company has a dedicated team to manage these portals. So your company have Intune guy. He will be only taking care of the Intune portal. Your company has security team. The security team will take care of defenders alerts. Your team has Purview. So your Purview team, security team, one of the team will be dedicated only to Purview. So one of the team is Office 365 admin. One of the team is on Intra ID, only works on Intra ID. So similarly, we have so many teams in the company, but if you have your own lab, if you can prepare your own machine, then you will have a better chance to explore all these tools free of cost. And Microsoft give you around 1300 credit points to prepare this lab and to do hands-on practice. So I have prepared this lab. It's one of the lab which is being shared with one of my friend. So my credit, as I mentioned in my last, I do not have Canada credit card anymore, which is available for preparing lab. So that's why I just getting this for you guys to understand. So this is our Office 365 portal, admin center, and Office 365, as I mentioned, it has multiple technologies to take care of. So Exchange is just one of them. Okay, like we have on-premise Exchange. Similarly, we have Azure and cloud version. In cloud version, Office 365 is one of the technology in the cloud. That's it. There are so many services in Azure, but Office 365 is just one of them. So if I go to Office 365, since I started from Office 365, this is our admin portal. The URL is admin.cloud.com. Earlier it used to be admin.portal.com. So it keep updating. I'm not in touch from last 5-6 years in Office 365, but I'm just trying to, if somebody is, if I'm not guiding you correctly, or if I'm wrong in some point, then whoever is in latest experienced guy who's working, please help me to correct the things as well. All right. Because I I moved to cybersecurity almost 5 years before, but I know this technology because I also started from Office 365 and help desk only. Okay, so this is Copilot. Copilot is one of the new feature and new devices of the computers, laptops. If you purchase a new laptop today, then instead of control, Microsoft, Dell, or the companies manufacturing, they have also given this logo into new computer as well, new laptops as well. If somebody has recently joined a new company, they have got their laptop, they will get this sign on their control sign. So the Microsoft has collaboration with the manufacturing company that they want to promote Copilot, and Copilot is one of the feature like ChatGPT. But ChatGPT is a third-party tool for Microsoft. So Microsoft is trying to give Copilot feature that is absolutely free of cost. You just need a Microsoft account. ChatGPT is a paid version. If you want to search for 10 or 15 times in a day, then it will ask you to give a the premium version sign-in option, or ask you to buy. But Copilot is absolutely free. So this is Copilot. Then we have billing and uses. So as I mentioned, Office 365 is pay as you go. So you use the services and you pay for the services. It's not like you charge monthly. Okay. Then we have settings related to Copilot. This is all new for me as well. So we'll just explore the features. If somebody has any question, they can ask, or somebody already know about this, then they please come forward and help me to cover this up. Okay. So Copilot has integration with Teams. Copilot has a disclaimer, video generation features. So all these tabs you need to explore once you create your own ID. Then we have Copilot's agents. Like agents are the tools which works like an extension in Chrome. So similarly, we have agents. You can give them work and they do the automation repeated task for you. Then we have users. So users are we have users, three type of user tab here. Active users are the users who are currently active. So in my organization, in my currently we have so many users like admin, ADSL, ASI, Allies, so ND, Ashok. So these all the users. How do I create users? So I go to add users. It's similar like on-premise Active Directory, but we are creating users. We are not assigning license as of now because license is costing money. So I'll create one user, free training lab. So it automatically take the display name. But in on-premise, we have to manually type the display name as well. Then username will be free training. It will check in the background whether it's available or not. It's available. We can select the domain. We have two domains. So I'll select 90007 because that's the domain I use for lab. Automatically create a password. Require this user to change the password. So I will not create automatically password. I choose my own password. I don't want the user to change the password. So similarly, we have already created users and all into our on-premise, but it's just a cloud version I'm showing you. Okay. So we can select the location. See, this is all new. When earlier times, the location and all never used to come like this. So it's asking to assign license, assign a user product license. 10,000 license Microsoft give as a free to Power BI. Create a user without license because we don't have enough license. Each license costs $35. So we are creating user without license. So once we assign license, we have to make sure that we have available license. So license costs you $35 for each license. So here you can select the role that if you want to make this user admin, you can select the role, admin center role, AI administrator. See, AI is one of the new role Microsoft has introduced. Exchange administrator. So these are all the roles available into Office 365. So if I take a screenshot and I paste it in our learning, you need to understand the difference of these roles. You not for interview. You need to, if you want to learn it, then you need to understand it. It's for your learning only. I'll take the screenshot of this and I'll paste it in our today's session. So this link, hope everybody has, where I try to paste the screenshot of our current learnings. You guys also, if you're taking any notes, you're free to put the notes there and your inputs. It's a shared page to everyone. So these are the roles. Rather than taking screenshot, let me just put something from ChatGPT and their definitions. Admin roles in Office 365. So this is also one of the technical question people can ask in interview, that what are the admin roles. Global admin is the highest privileged role, and to compare to on-premise, it is equivalent to enterprise admin. So if you remember, we have domain admin, enterprise admin, roles and all. So global admin is the highest privileged admin. into Office 365. It also have the similar permissions for Azure as well. So global admin, it must be the owner, I mean the company stakeholders, and it will tell you what admins, what all these roles are dedicated to. So we have 10 roles, and these 10 roles has 10 features. So you can go through these notes. So just an overview. Global admin is the highest role. It can manage user, it can assign another user as a global admin permissions, it can delete admins, it can do whatever it want to, it have full access. Okay. Then we have user administrator. It can delete user, manage user, reset password, assign license, manage groups only. Then we have security administrator. Manage security settings, view security reports, like who is doing what, audit reports, manage Microsoft Defender portal. You need admin, security administrator access. Then handle the threat protection. So threat protections, if you get some kind of threats alerts, so it manages this kind of alerts. So security team is a different team, but this is the role he needs to manage that feature. Then we have compliance administrator. This is also one of the interview question, that to run e-discovery, what is the role you required to have e-discovery access? So compliance administrator, he must be compliance administrator to run e-discovery. That is the answer. So compliance administrator, then we have
Compliance administrator or security administrator?
no, compliance administrator. He must be the part of compliance administrator to manage e-discovery. Then he can manage compliance settings, data retention policies, because e-discovery comes under data. See, it's in e-discovery, audit logs. Then we have billing administrator. So as name mentioned, the billing means there's a team which manage subscriptions, like some license is going to expire. So billing team will coordinate with Microsoft, will purchase more license. So it's specially for billing purpose, purchase or review the license. Then we have exchange administrator. So most of the exchange L2 team will have this role only, who can manage exchange mailboxes, mail flow rule, distribution group, exchange online settings. That's it. Then we have SharePoint administrator. SharePoint admin can control the policies, provide access, remove access of the users, and OneDrive settings he can change. Then we have Teams administrator. So Teams administrator, as mentioned, that it can manage the team settings, manage the policies, messaging the policies of the teams callings and meeting policies. Then we have application administrator. So whenever you want to manage the application into Azure, you want to integrate some third-party applications or Microsoft application, you must have the permission of application administrator. App registration if you want to remove the application. So Bharat, you are working on application integrations, so you have application administrator permissions. Then we have
Yes, sir. Cloud application permissions. Yes, I have.
yes. So then we have help desk administrator, which you can reset the passwords, basic user support, limited access. Most of the help desk people have these permissions. So this training is not only for help desk people, but whoever is in higher role, they can also contribute their learning and their knowledge, and help us to learn together. Okay. So we'll go back to our creating users below. Then we have show all category, but other collaborations settings we have exchange backup administrator, exchange recipient administrator, fabric administrator. See, these roles were not mentioning in ChatGPT because ChatGPT is one of the third party cloud platform. Group administrator, admin, so inside administrator. So these all are the type of administrator which is available while creating YAML administrator, Windows Update administrator, Viva goals administrators. These many administrator they are. So device, you can select the role, right? So these are the roles available. When you create a user, then you will come to know. Then we click on next and click on finish. So once we click on finish, the user will be created. I'll not click on finish because this is not my lab. I'll just wanted you to show it. So just to have a good experience. Okay. So these are all the features we have. Next, we have, if we see any admin, so let's suppose this is our admin. He's a global admin. Okay. So we'll see his property. What all property do we have? This all you need to explore yourself. So this user is a global admin. Okay. We can manage username. We can block this user from sign in. We can delete this user from here because I'm also one of the global admin. That's the reason I have option to delete this user. If I would have signed here as a exchange admin, then I will not have option to delete the, no, I cannot delete global admin. He can only delete the normal users, but cannot delete the global admin. But I myself as a global admin, that's why I have option this. So this shows, this is account. It will show the account property of the user, which is last 7 days options. So you can see that where he had sign in activity. It will show you the browser, from which browser he had signed in, which location he had signed in. So it's asking that you can go to Azure to log into few, sign in activity. So we'll go to Azure and it will show you which this user had signed in where, how many times it had signed in, which browser he has used. So it will show all the activities, sign-in logs. Generally, we do it in troubleshooting ways whenever we have any issue that user is unable to sign in and all. See, this user signed in on 3rd, and it's Arsh is the user, which is me. So it shows that success sign in, success sign in, success sign in, success sign in, and it will also show you the location. So if I show you Azure portal, it will show you my location, sign in, basic informations, sign in, authentications, logs, right? And Azure portal, it will show the browser sign in. It will show how the this is the conditions. It will show the locations: Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. Okay, device informations. It's sign in on Windows 10 device. Chrome, authentication detail. It will show you the privilege satisfied, first factor. What is the conditional access policy applied on this sign in? Azure portal access, passwordless policy, password required MFA. When I signed it asked for MFA as well. Conditional access portal. So all this you can see. Reports only. So this is what you need to explore yourself when you have your own lab. Okay. If I see other sign-in records of earlier, let's suppose on 3rd. So I first, so I on first, this was signed on Hyderabad, Telangana. Device info, device was Windows 10. So this was password in the cloud, what activity he does. So we can see everything in our sign-in logs. Okay. So these all property you need to explore. What else we can do for the user? We can enable, disable multi-factor authentication. So what is multi-factor authentication? As name suggests, multi-factor authentication is another layer of security. It helps to reduce the risk. So if I show you, I'm going as flow. In active users, what all options we do have. Then after completing all overview of Azure, Office 365, we'll go to Azure section. So whatever comes under during these sessions, we'll cover a little part Azure as well. So per user multi-factor authentication. So if you want to change anything of MFA, so MFA is a part of cybersecurity now. That's the reason this gave us another portal to go to Azure, and it went to Entra. So this part is coming to cybersecurity now. Only cybersecurity team will have access to make the changes into MFA because it comes to security, right? So here you can enable MFA, disable MFA, enforce MFA, MFA user settings, sign in allowed users. You can filter these. So if I see myself, Harsh, okay, MFA is disabled. So I can select this, I can multi-factor authentication deployment, enable MFA like this. So I'm not user MFA settings. What all settings in the MFA we have? Require selected users to provide contact method again. Sorry, my mobile charger. Yeah. So what all option we have in MFA? Require selected users to provide contact method again. So if somebody lost the mobile, we admin select this option, click on save. So user will get the prompt again to provide his contact information. If we select this option, delete all existing app passwords generated by the selected user. So this user, wherever he has generated new passwords for an application, it will delete existing app passwords. If you select this option, restore multi-factor authentication on all recommended devices. So it will restore the MFA on all the devices. So Office 365 has made technology so easy. Whoever is able to speak and understand English will be able to manage the job in Office 365 in and Azure. The only thing is required if you know how to speak in English, so you can become an admin. It became that easy now. The only problem is people have the the scared part in themselves that what is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is very big thing. No, cybersecurity is very big thing only for those people who does not have courage to enter to the world. I have done cybersecurity for the last 5 years, and it's really not that difficult. It's not a rocket science. Anybody can do it. Okay. So later on, this part is also covered in cybersecurity only. So this session you can take it as a cybersecurity session. You are getting trained on cybersecurity. Nobody will teach you into Office 365 trainings what is MFA and what is MFA settings. Then we have service settings. So in service settings, what options do we have? We have application passwords, like allow user to create app password to sign into non-browser app. So those apps which does not require a browser, user can log into there as well. Do not allow. So you need to explore these options like trust these IPs. So skip multi-factor authentications for those requests who are from these IPs. So if you have some IPs, customer says, why do we get this kind of requirement? Client says that if I go to my data center my data center is already so secure. I do not want, the MFA should be asked when I log into from this IP. So we'll take the IP from that particular location and we'll keep them into skip or exception, that IP based exception we can give. Then we have method available for the users. So you must have noticed that you get a call, you get text message of OTP of Amazon, you notify through mobile app. Most of the you must have used the Microsoft authentication app. So your MFA goes on authentication app. So this is the place where you can change the settings as an admin. You select this option, user will start getting calls on every, like in banks, whenever you make a bigger transaction in India. So like 50,000 or 10,000, sorry, 50,000 plus, you get automatic call that this is authentications from bank, ICICI Bank. Do you want to proceed this? Press 1 if you want to proceed. Then we press 1, the transaction gets success. If you press no, so how the ICICI Bank has integrated? Nobody is sitting behind the scene that they're tracking your transactions. They have enabled this option. Whenever, and they have put the conditions. Whenever the transaction goes there more than 50,000, then he should be getting the call. So this all comes under conditional access. We'll cover that topic as well. That is also part of cybersecurity topic. Okay. Then we have text message to phone, notify the through a mobile authentication app, verify the code from mobile app. So these are the options as a user will get, and the configuration admin can change based on company recommendations. Okay. Then we have remember multi-factor authentication on trusted devices. So we can select this option. We can change this option 69, 50, 200, 10 days. So these are the default options. So I have set up, we have set up is to 60 days. So whenever we sign in, the MFA will not be asked again to this particular device. Like my last login was showing in Hyderabad, right? So when I type the password first time, it asks for the password here. But mostly as a recommendation, this is 0 days. This is our lab session. That's why we have created as a 0 days. Okay. So sorry, this is our for 60 days. So these settings you can change as admin. If you unselect this, it will become 0 days. So it will ask daily basis. So I'll not make any changes into this because it's the lab and it's not my lab. So I have just wanted you to see it. What all other options do we have? We can delete user. We can reset the password of the users. So you will explore these things. Any question, guys? Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, Shekhar.
Any question?
Yes, Shekhar.
No, sir.
Okay. Let me know if you're able to understand or if you're not able to understand, because my goal is I want you to understand. Okay. So here, when you create a new user, we have option to create a guest user, but I think they have removed these options from here. What options we have? Reset password, explore user. So we can export all these users by just downloading the CSV file. We can refresh it. We can change the dark mode. If I click here, the portal will become dark. Then we go to enable light mode. The portal will become light. So it's admin. We are managing a company only from the portal. So that's the portal. So we are done with the users. We are done with the active users. Now we are moving forward with the next. We can see what else option we have. We have option to filter standard settings, licenses, fabric free license, sign in status, allowed or blocked. Domain we can filter. We have two domains correct. So we can select on locations that which location user we want to see. So we have these many locations here. So you can see if you want to only see want to see India user, then you can select India and it will show only the users which are dedicated in India. So I selected India. I see these users are in India. So unselect this. These are the filters available. Okay. If you want to short it with a display name, it will show it as a display name first, username, license, columns. So these all options you need to explore once you have your own lab. So next we are going on guest user. See, I was talking guest user, they have moved it to different tab. So guest user. So what is a guest user, guys? Guest user are the user uh, who are guests, like name says itself. So they are the user which are not the our company employee, but they're very important for us. So they frequently to come to our company to take the blood sample if it's a hospitals industry, to sell their products, new products. If it's a company of a retail industry, if it's a Walmart or it's a Reliance store. So these are the users who comes to do business with us regularly, but they are not our employee. So if a new vendor who has new product as a shampoo, he wants to promote his shampoo. So he came to Walmart, he came to Reliance. He wants Reliance owners, Reliance store managers to promote their shampoo. He just want to showcase his shampoo into Reliance store. So they will come up with the store with the new sample, a request for, So these are our regular business, vendors. So for them, we don't want them to join the company, but whenever they come, they can access the portal, they can access the port, they can come inside every time. They don't have to sit with the guard, they don't have to get create their temporary ID card, they don't have to wait in the line, they don't have to coordinate with somebody who can guide them every time. So that's the reason we create a guest user. So guest user will not have access to every resource, it will have limited access, whatever the access we want them to access when they visit our store. So similarly, store is one of the example. It can be accessing any application, it can be accessing any servers, it can be accessing, it can be used for any purpose based on the company or based on the company requirement. Am I clear, guys? Anybody wants to uh, give an input in this guest user? Hello. Okay, I'll create a guest user. So to create a guest user, I have option, but it automatically landed me to the portal on Azure portal, because guest user is a feature of Microsoft Azure. Is the training ended? Are we connected? Hello.
Yes, Shekhar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this option also went to Azure. So we have option to create a guest user, invite a guest user. So let's suppose we don't have to create a guest user. We already have users. Invite a guest user to collaborate with your organization. The user will be emailed an invitation. They can accept in their order to begin collaboration. So if they have already an email address in the company, then we can, in their company, then we can simply invite a guest user. So we select this option. What options we have? We'll type simply name, Vasant. Then Vasant is working in Wipro. So we'll type Vasant dot Kumar. What's your last name, Vasant? Wipro.com. Then we have first name. Hold on, guys, I'm getting a call. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for understanding, guys. I got a call. Yeah, I was on the option to invite user if you already email. So last name is Vasant Kumar. I don't know his last name, so I'm just giving whatever I like. Message you can say invite from TCS. Then if you want to add them to a group, so if let's suppose one of the application in our company in TCS, one of the application called AI training. So that training is accessed by multiple people, and that access being provided by using a group. So we can assign the group here. This user will be automatically added to the group. So these existing group are showing into our company. These are the existing group. Okay, Exchange admin, Windows admin. So we can help desk one, help desk two. We can add them into the group while creating user itself, or we can do it later on also as well. We can assign the role if you want to assign them role, like Exchange admin, agent ID provider, AI administrator. These are the existing role we can assign. Okay, so block user sign in, yes, no, why we want to block the user, but you can do it as well. So when the user log in first time, they will not be able to allow, they have to open a ticket. User location you can select, and that's how we click on invite. So as soon as I click on invite, Vasant will receive an email to his this email address. The TCS has invited you to join as a guest. So that's the guest user. Similarly, I'm not creating this because it's my lab, and I'll create a new user now. So this similarly we have example username Vasant. Then we have two domains. I'll select my lab domain, and then we have Vasant. We have first name, last name. We have password. We can select the password ourselves. Blah blah blah. Add blah blah blah. So whatever it is, we can assign role. We can similarly we have similar role. We can create a job title. He's our vendor, so we can say vendor department. He's from AI team. So I have given his department. Company name, he's from Wipro. So I say Wipro. No manager selected. If you want him to report somebody, you can select the managers. You can select he should be his manager. So you can select the existing employee list of employee your company will have. So you can select his manager. His manager will get an email as well that we have created this user. So this user will be using our company email address, Vasant @ our company domain name, to access that particular application. So there are two type of guest user. One is invite user and one is guest user. So here's one interview question, guys. So whenever an interview asks, they will ask the question that if you want to invite a guest user, if you want to create a if you want to invite a guest user first time in your organization, so what are the mandatory steps? Can anybody answer? Have you ever faced this interview question? Yes, no, guys, please say something.
Yes.
So can you answer this? What is the mandatory information you need to invite a guest user?
To invite a guest user, we need user's email ID, not
Okay,
others.
perfect. What else? The mandatory information.
I need for manager permission first.
Absolutely correct. What else? But that is not mandatory, because manager permission, you will only get the ticket once it's approved, because you should not ever work on any of the admin portal or of any task without a ticket, because you need a service now ticket, and when the tickets comes to your queue, it comes after approval. But it's good practice if you have smaller company, or if you have that practice, it's always good practice to get approval from a manager. What else information you need? Recording for the people who could not join. So any other mandatory information you have in mind, guys? Please, Vasant. Any senior resource we have, like Vasant, Ravi, Raghav, Raju, Raghava.
So these are all L1 tasks, right? Creating users.
No, L1 task, I understand. But guest user is also one of the interview questions, which I have asked this question around, 200 people, and I never got answer. Just 20 people, 30 people answered this question. What are the other mandatory information without this mandatory prerequisite you need to follow to add a guest user?
Need first name and last name and mail address.
Perfect,
Official.
perfect, absolutely correct. This you'll get in the ticket itself. What
Yeah.
else? The prerequisite.
That thing is. These are all sufficient, I think so.
Okay, this answer you will not even get on ChatGPT. I'm
User
telling
is required licenses. We can assign those licenses. Like
no, that is not
somebody.
mandatory. That is not mandatory. I'm asking mandatory
User
information.
is also required licenses, right?
Sorry, guest user does not require license.
Uh, no, Shekhar. If they want to access those environment, we can provide the licenses, right? Like if we need a SharePoint documents, we need to assign license,
No,
right?
no, no, no. We don't need to assign license. How the SharePoint access will work? We will add them into a particular group. The SharePoint access will be provided based on that group. So if he is part of that group, he will have access to the SharePoint. And to that group, we can define the access level, that what he can do to that particular SharePoint after having access. That is a managing access on SharePoint. That's a SharePoint team does, but it's a good information. But it's not mandatory. What other mandatory information is required to create a guest user? It's a most frequently asked questions in interviews.
Yeah, these are all sufficient, I think so.
And this answer you will not get on ChatGPT or on Google as well. Only who has created, because this answer, why only out of 200 candidates, only 20, 30 people could answer it. Only this kind of experience, very less people will get, that whenever you are creating the user, let me rephrase the question. You are creating a guest user. Let's suppose this user was Wipro user. So Wipro user, I have never ever created a Wipro user before in my company under guest user. So to invite user from Wipro, what information I need is mandatory is, as an admin, I have to go to collaboration settings. Only the contribute access contribution permission access admin can add the domain, or a global admin. You have to connect to that global admin. You have to add the wipro.com into your accepted domain list. Then only you will be able to create wipro.com. If it's your first time, when you try to create it wipro.com as a your guest user, you will know, and you will get an error message says that this domain is not trusted domain. You have to add this domain under your trusted domain. If it's a first time creation, only first time it's required. So that's the reason out of 200 candidates, only 20, 30 people could answer this question. So you make a note of it. Okay, first time you have to add that domain into your trusted domains, and only global admin or a contributor permission can add the domain into trusted domains. Then only you can add that user in a guest user. All right.
Yeah, Shekhar.
So
Get it.
yeah, so these are the options we have under guest user. Then we have deleted users. So deleted user, by name itself says that whichever user got deleted will come here under deleted users. And why do we need them to restore? Because once you restore, they will have the same name, same ID. You don't have to recreate them. So generally, deleted user stays under deleted items for 30 days. After 30 days, it will be automatically deleted. All right. So if you have any question, doubts, please ask. So we have covered till here all the tabs. Now we'll move to groups. So we have active groups. Yes, somebody was asking something.
Nothing, Shekhar.
So this portal I only have for 30 days. In 30 days, we can cover as much as training on Azure and on Office 365. All right? Because this is a
Okay.
trial version. I got it from somebody just to teach. So we'll utilize it as much as we can. That's the reason we wanted this class to be on daily basis.
Sure, Shekhar.
And if you have credit card, I would request you watch a YouTube video or follow the document, create your own lab. That is the best practice. You don't need a computer. Manoj, you're there on the call? Okay. The people who do not have a good configuration laptop, it's okay. You just create this lab. It's all free of cost. Microsoft, it's all free. Microsoft want you to learn their technology for free. So not wasting much time because I'll be covering only 1 hour session. So let's see how much time left in our meeting because before
2
5
minutes
minutes.
only left.
Sorry.
2 minutes only left.
Okay, then in 2 minutes we'll wrap up the sessions because we will cover tomorrow every day only 1 hour. Okay.